Look how big my hyena is going to be. Look at all that value I got back. Whoa. Surely they don't have the third devolve. Surely. Aww. Mutanus Gamer. Mutanus Gamer. Ooh, show me that Mutanus Gamer. Ooh. Hey! Alright. Alright. Easy. Easy hyena lethal. Greetings, fellow humans. I'm MartianBuu, and today I have for you Beast Hunter, also known as Copper Hunter. This is a deck that looks to tempo out beasts in the early game and set up interesting lethals with cards like Scavenging Hyena, Tundra Rhino, and Timberwolf. This has been a really fun deck with a bit of a learning curve, but it's very powerful once you get the hang of it, and I've been having trouble putting it down. For the mulligan, we're looking primarily for Harpoon Gun and Starving Buzzard. Starving Buzzard is the big draw engine in the deck and gives us access to many of our options. Harpoon Gun is a valuable tempo tool as well as discounts important beasts. If a beast has been discounted, it's much easier to play alongside Starving Buzzard. If you hit Pack Mule, for example, both mules will be free. It also allows for plays like Stampeding Rhino alongside Hydralodon, which otherwise wouldn't be possible because of mana. Apart from that, you want to have something to play on turn 1. Walpertinger and Alley Cat are the cards you're looking for this. Walpertinger is slightly better than Alley Cat because you get 2 Walpertingers back when you Devouring Swarm, where with Alley Cat you get an Alley Cat back as well as a token. But in most cases, either will do fine. It's just if you're going to keep one of them, prioritize Walpertinger over Alley Cat. These are the primary cards you need in the mulligan, and you're going to be tossing everything else almost every time unless you have them. For situational keeps, we're looking for Beaststalker Tavish against Quest Mage and Druid. It's very important against Quest Mage, and with an otherwise dry hand, you might still toss it against Druid. Against Druid, it's just a value card that keeps you going in the later game, but you do really need that early chip damage, so if the rest of your hand is dry, you can consider tossing it as well. But against slower things where you're probably going to get a lot of buttons in, it's good to keep, especially on the coin. Versus Quest Mage, you need it because it gives you improved Explosive Trap. Some earlier versions of the deck included Flare to get around Ice Block, but with Tavish, you almost certainly have access to an Explosive Trap. And if you can set your opponent to 3 or less, apart from very niche outs, they can't actually kill you because they do have to eventually attack your face, and Explosive Trap will trigger on their turn when Ice Block cannot trigger. So versus Quest Mage, the plan is to get them low and then play Beaststalker Tavish so that they can't kill you without killing themselves first. Versus Rogue and sometimes Warlock, you want to keep Rustrot Viper. The Swordfish card is very good in Pirate Rogue, and being able to remove it is very handy. Against Warlocks that use Mithril Rod, you want to be able to remove their Mithril Rod, but you don't want to keep it if you don't otherwise have a good early game, or if you think there's a likelihood that they won't be Rod Warlock. Warlocks can also be Evenlocks, and Viper is useless against them. So if you think your opponent will be Rod Warlock, keep Rustrot Viper. Otherwise, toss it. Finally, Scavenging Hyena can be a good keep if you have a Walpertinger or Alley Cat already into certain things. So if you're up against Pirate Rogue, for example, and you have one of those to play turn 1, you can keep the Scavenging Hyena so that you can trade those into their early Pirates on turn 2 and get a buff Hyena. This is very dependent on the rest of your hand and should not be kept alone. Some other cards to consider. Pelican Diver is in the list I'm currently using instead of Springpaw. It's nice because you can play it on 1 and then protect it with a mule, or play it on 1 and discourage your opponent from playing a valuable early minion because they know that it's going to die. You can also set up lethal in advance with Tundra Rhino because your opponent can't actually remove the Pelican Diver. So you know that you'll have at least 4 damage to go alongside your Rhino the next turn. Pelican Diver has been a surprisingly handy card, and if I hadn't added it to the deck so recently, I probably would have included it in the list for this video. A tech option to replace one of your Rust-Rot Vipers, if it's relevant, is Smothering Starfish. I overall don't really like this card, but I am using one currently because of the prevalence of Free Shaman. Free Shaman can be a really tough matchup for this deck because once your board gets full, it can be hard to get rid of your minions. But with Starfish, you can unfreeze them and hit your opponent in the face when they're not expecting it. One of the big downsides of this is it can be hard to tempo because you don't want to actually silence your minions a lot of the time. For example, it has no synergy with Starving Buzzard because it will silence the buzzard. Unless you're encountering a lot of Free Shaman, I would not use it. But since I am running one over one Rust-Rot Viper. A card that I am not running that I get asked about a lot is Don't Feed the Animals. Don't Feed the Animals can be a really good card if you're looking for Tundra Rhino combos, but you're really trying to play as a tempo deck, and you use the Tundra Rhino for late game inevitability and burst. Having a Don't Feed the Animals will just kind of slow you down. That about covers everything. Like I said, it's a really fun deck, and I encourage you to give it a try. Especially if you're having Pirate Rogue blues. This deck is very powerful into it, so it's a really good time to try it out. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment to support the channel. I hope you enjoy the games, and thanks for watching. Alright. Good hand. Oh. Oh. You're supposed to wait a turn. Is Cariel's Maze not the most recent puzzle, but the puzzle before that? I did that one, but I used the out of cards, I used the out of cards walkthrough, so it was more time than actual effort. It's the most recent? I thought the Maze one was the second most recent. Oh, it's the Alterac Valley one I haven't done. Alright, never mind. I skipped one. Copper Hunter without Desert Hare? Is Desert Hare good in Copper Hunter? I imagine it's good with Buzzard, but it can't be good with literally anything else, right? You just hit it off the weapon. What if you draw it and you don't have the weapon?
Give me that. Not what I want. Never bring a sword.
Then you run Spinley? No. Is it actually this? Because we have, like, kitty stuff already. That's nice to have. That's nice to have. Alright, cool. I want both of these back, right? So I'm gonna do this.
Job's done.
Neat. You're having deja vu? What happened? Balanced Buzzard should be 5 mana. Isn't it? It's so crazy how they like Giga nerfed that card back in the day, and then the data looking back is it might not actually be have been nerfable at all. Justice for Buzzard. I think I'm not gonna waste this turn, right? Alright, so if they hit me with the Puffer Fist, I'm really sad about this play, and otherwise I think I'm happy with it. What was it before? When they nerfed it to like a 5 mana 3/2. It was like such a drastic change. It was crazy. You're playing almost the same deck against a Pirate Rogue last time I caught the stream. Ah. That's excessive. Yeah, it was the most over-the-top nerf ever. And like, at the time I thought, yeah, I didn't like... At the time I trusted, but like looking back at the data on Classic at least, I don't know that the Classic data gives us the correct picture for like Nax and GVG. I forget if Buzzard was during Nax or if it was during GVG. I think it was during GVG when they changed it. So just looking at Classic, Buzzard is really bad. But yeah, here's the thing about Classic Hunter, all right? It did not have good one drops. It straight up did not. It didn't have like anything worth playing in the one slot. The best Hunter one drop was Argent Squire. So then you get Undertaker in the web spinner in Naxxramas, you know, like, so that's huge. That's a big change for Hunter. In addition to having a really good draw spell or draw card, you have a bunch of cards you want to actually draw. So I don't know that Classic paints the right picture for Buzzard, but that's the data we have. And Buzzard doesn't look good. Anytime I say something about Deja Vu, I make sure to say it twice. Field Carriel doesn't deserve a nerfed before things like Frozen Minion of Shaman or Guff. I largely agree, but I also play Wild, so it could very well be that nerfing Carriel made way more sense for Standard. So it's all the things, right? Like, it's Reno, Even Lock, and it's like disgusting Tech W lock. So I got my Void Contract and Twisting Nether to go with my Blood Bloom. And we have the Sea Devil Gigafin combo to, between the two of them, they can activate Articudus. But then we've got all of the, like, all of the Even Lock stuff in addition to all the Reno Lock stuff. It's terrible. Don't, like, it's not that bad. You know, it's still an Even Lock deck, whatever. It has redeeming qualities, but like, oh my goodness, that's the most fun Warlock deck if you ask me. I was having fun playing with that. You lost to it in DHL this week? Oof. How'd you do overall? Did you win the match? Sure, Martian, try to hide your insane free shaman deck from us. Yeah. Ooh, mirror. Aw, you lost? Aw, you got so close. Still, what a season though, Hyper. Yeah, even if you lose out, you still had a really good season. Good job. Play the deck? No, I'm playing this deck. This weapon. This got buffed, didn't it? It started off at 2. Boy, would I have loved a hyena. Oh, my sick tempo. I don't have to worry about crafting Robbie. I opened him along with Harbinger, Celeste, Dustfall, and Aviana. Ooh, those are some bangers. Could you give us that Disrupt even Reno Lock list code? Sure. Well, let me do it while I'm in game. It frequently doesn't. Ooh, good. Poop. I messed up. I've ruined everything. Now Deck Tracker's gonna explode. Ooh, that's a good top deck. Sure. It's not great. We're just gonna float a bunch of mana next turn. Here you go, Venom. Weekend Marshy stream. Hey, zombies. Why not Devouring Swarm instead of trading? I don't really think that anything I've done so far is worth Devouring Swarming. And like those things had rush, right? So it's not like they were going face. Poop. There it is. Man, do I just chill on this turn? Play literally nothing this turn? Brutal. Those are the only two I saw in HS Replay. I want to grind my 500 wins with the last two classes, but Lock is meh right now. Try Classic, but Zoo, so RNG versus the 8000. If you want like the best Warlock deck, I think it's Even Lock. Is Even Lock not on HS Replay? Is nobody playing it? It's a really good deck. Are you guys ready for this explosive trap from Tavish? Oh, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be so good. Oh, thank goodness. Sure.
Fishing is so relaxing.
Whew. Whoa. That was a bit of damage, wasn't it? Am I just gonna die? Right. Poop. Ah, that's what we needed.
Get him.
So get that back.
What are you waiting for?
I guess I want to get the beast off the board, right? This kind of feels disgusting. I don't know what I was supposed to do there. Maybe it was just I was supposed to Hydralodon instead of what I ended up doing. You wish Blast Viscer was a beast, so it got discounted by the weapon? Would also mean you could play it with Master's Call. Ooh. Drew the other one of these. Is that lethal? 6, 9, 10. Plus at least 5? Yeah. Yay. Sylvanas versus Lunara. Against Druid, can I ever keep that? I think that's just not ideal.
Ocean's blessings upon you.
I see what you are up to.
Go forth, my kitties. Miss you, Alley Cat. I wish Alley Cat was the cute cat. Not because I care about the cute cat at all, but a lot of people purposely don't trade into the cute cat. It's like because it's cute, not because it's correct to trade into the other one. And it is correct to trade into this one because this one is the one that can produce another alley cat. But if it was the other way around, you'd get that bonus of you know, people not wanting to trade into the cute one. And so sometimes you get to Devouring Swarm this one. The thing's huge. Oh. Unfortunate. Ooh, nice. I want this one, and I don't really care about these two. So I'm going to put this one on top now, and hope that the next hit is something like Buzzard. I'm gonna play this deck now and lose a lot because I'm bad, but I don't care because it's fun. Alright. Godspeed, zombies. Womp womp. Guess I'll take that one. Have you wins on this deck? I do have wins on this deck. Starting to play this deck is what kind of like nudged me back in the in the right direction. There we go. There's Tavish. Hey, Tavish. Now the real fun begins. You think it's so weak? Okay, you don't have to play it. Do traded Vipers keep the discount? They do. They do keep the discount. Ooh, nice. I don't even care what my other two options were. Oh, they were just the options from before. It's fine. I think I want that, actually. I'd like Ice Trap for the other one. Nice. Dare you to kill that. Nice. Martian is very chill streaming, so I should have used him as background narration while working yesterday. I tried and was too overhyped, and I had to turn him off. I'm sorry. I actually didn't stream yesterday because I'm sick, and I was really sick yesterday. Yesterday I felt so bad. Today it feels like talking is actually helping. I feel better now than I did at the start of the stream. But I'm glad you like the vibe. Alright, so I have 8, which puts them at... math. 15? No, 14. Yep. So can I deal 14 more damage? I feel like I probably can, right? This alone would be... 9, 14... Yeah, just do this, right? Get our Hydralodon as well? Hope I didn't miscount, that'd be embarrassing. But, like, I think I don't even need to do this trade. Look at that. Look at that. Got him. So I was thinking this morning, like I was like looking back on me playing Hearthstone before becoming a like streamer. I think like
Sylvanas versus Malfurion.
I don't know if like
The wild world.
this is just because I stream,
Treason
but
is dead.
before I was a streamer, I didn't like nerfs at all. My philosophy was if you're going to nerf a card for standard, just rotate it early with the Hall of Fame. I really liked the Hall of Fame as a balancing tool. I still do. Hall of Faming cards early that are problematic instead of just like Giga nerfing them, I think is a cool way of handling things. But I was looking back, I was thinking back, and my opinions have changed a lot. You know, like I like a lot of wild nerfs, and I feel like I need them now. But that's because I need variety, right? Like, as just a player, I would have been totally fine during Year of the Phoenix when Dark Lair was dominating Wild. I'd have been perfectly happy to just jam Dark Lair nonstop and play nothing else. But as a streamer, I can't just play the one deck. So yeah, I was just like thinking back and like wondering if my opinions, how different my opinions would be today if I wasn't trying to stream, you know? We take the 4-mana Hydralodon, right? Seems pretty good. Oh, on the yeah, that's what got me thinking about it was the Twitter thread. I decided not to get involved, like, and give my opinions on the like the greater philosophy. The only reason I said what I did is Clark was getting a lot of unwarranted negativity, and I didn't want every comment to be like, your opinions are trash and you shouldn't voice them. Like, some of the comments he was getting were brutal. And not that I like completely agree with his perspective or anything, but like he did not deserve the comments he was getting on that thread. So I just wanted to have like a less harsh opinion be present on his thread. That's why I said anything. And I do think that like, yes, the broader health of the game should be taken into account over the like individual content creators, because like the experience of the content creator is a minority compared to the experience of players broadly. But there is something to be said about having happy content creators, because that is advertising for the game. You know, like it is important to Blizzard that content creators, like, it is beneficial to the game and therefore beneficial to the player that content creators are able to make content, because that is advertising. And you know that matters, because if it didn't matter, then Blizzard wouldn't do like invitationals or the pre-release stuff or stuff like that, you know? Like, that just wouldn't be a thing. So if we assume, I don't think this is the way, I don't think this is what's happening, but we're assuming, based on the conversation I read on Twitter, we're assuming that what happens is they finish the notes and the changes at exactly the same time, and so they release them at exactly the same time. I think that there's no way they everything's finished at the exact same time as they decide things. I don't think that can be true, but we're assuming for the sake of the example that it is. Hold on, I gotta finish. Actually, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here.
I have no time for games.
Maybe what I was supposed to do was start paying attention a little earlier. Here. 5, 6. Alright. So if we assume that the patch notes are done and the changes they want to make for the patch are done at exactly the same time, the benefit to delaying, like releasing the patch notes and delaying it going live for content creators, is that gives content creators an amount of time to make adjustments and make content for that, which is advertising for the game. So like if a bunch of creators have the time to make, hey, look, big changes are happening to Hearthstone, come play in a day, that makes the game more successful because more people are like, oh yeah, Hearthstone's changing, let's go see what the changes are like tomorrow. But if content creators don't have the time, you lose that outlet. The other thing, like if we also factor in player experience, I don't like it when there's a week of time in between. But if I love a deck and it just changes morning of with no notice, oh, that hyena is gonna get huge. Look at that thing! No! Wait! Wouldn't it have offered silence or wouldn't it have offered silence or something? The set attack to 1 maybe? Oh, did they run out of time? That's funny. Alright, that was a good clip. It was probably ruined by me talking about balance. Okay, so from the player's perspective, say you love a deck and the nerf is gonna kill your deck. You don't have the opportunity to give your deck a last hurrah. You know, if the changes are announced and they go live at the same time, you don't have like a day or two to kind of like play your deck while it still works, you know. So I don't think that it's strictly better from any type of person's perspective. I don't think it's strictly better for the patch notes and the change to go live right at the same time for anybody. Which is part of why like that tweet thread inspired so much empathy for Clark, because I don't think that he I don't think he deserved the way he was getting talked to at all. There's a lot of factors. Even if any change he wants made, even if like that's not actually the right thing to do, I think that there's a lot of factors to consider, and it's definitely worth talking about. They did not have to do it for 1 million languages. We would probably get them ahead of time. Oh, maybe. Martian casually taking sick nines while arguing. Oh, did they wrap my buzzard for me? That's cute. Oh, I should do this. Ooh. Not all my things. Uh-oh. Be a minute before Shaman gets to activate that, huh? Alright, looking good. Rude of him not to allow you to attack with a 60 attack. Yeah, I guess a little bit. Yeah, what's up, Ulti? How you doing? Alright, do I get rid of these ones?
Wilt
Like, I want the beast on the field, right? I don't know. I kind of want to save my hyena for this. So I guess I'll hold up on hyena. It's also kind of my only play here if I don't want to overdraw. But like, I have everything important in my hand already. Is it okay to just overdraw for purposes of tempo? Right? Like, who cares about the other stuff in my deck?
I have no time for games.
Can trade the library, good.
Behold my
Hey,
gratitude.
Mapless, coming in with the prime. Mapless, thank you so much. I appreciate you, friend. Alright, is this lethal? Either way, I'm going in. Look at all this damage. Look at it all. Looks like lethal to me.
Sylvanas versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
The penalty for treason is death.
Alright. Ooh, we got the harpoon gun. That's nice.
In Asura's name. Let none survive.
So take that first. I want them both though. Pod coming in with the 7 months of Prime. Thank you so much, Pa. I appreciate you. How are you? Okay, now we get to get that Tavish off the bottom.
In Asura's name.
Alright. We have everything we need. Kind of. Stuff in our hand is still kind of expensive, huh? So I actually need to get them down to 3 before Tavish actually clinches the game.
You can count on me. I'm certified.
So I could go... Yeah, this is better.
In Asura's name.
Gigantic hyena next turn.
Magic? Yeah, I've heard of it.
Alright. So... do this.
Asura's name.
Sure. Then we gotta get Sar hyena. Big enough to pop. I don't know if it can. Let's find out. We can get it to 3. Alright, cool. That's perfect. Could also make this trade and actually pop this turn too. Cool. As long as they don't kill us now, we just play this next turn and we win. Unless they like have a way to discover something. Oop.
You better watch your step.
Cool.
That's right. Feel groove.
That's right, feel the groove. Are y'all feeling the groove? There's the time warp.
Kind of for Pelican.
Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for the 35 pings? Do you think they can do it?
Kind of for Pelican.
That's right. Feel groove. That's right. Feel groove.
Kind of for Pelican.
They will attack and die. They could discover something. 35 ping doubters here. Yeah.
Kind of for Pelican. Well played.
You fight like a starfish.
The out is discovering something like Mask of Cthulhu. So the way that I've lost in that position was somebody discovering Mask of Cthulhu and playing it and then repeating it with parrots when they had already put a bunch of extra turns on the stack. So it can be done. You just need to discover. You just need to discover an out. I wish that game had happened on stream. By the way, that would have been sick for YouTube.
Sylvanus versus Jaina.
Sylvanus versus Jaina.
For treason is death.
This hand looks decent. If I had a buzzard, I would be even happier about it. Copper? Copper.
You can count on me. I'm certified.
You can count on me. I'm a potato. Buzzard abuser? Alright. Yeah. Yeah, what abusing Starving Buzzard. How dare I? Man, if there was ever an argument for like if there was ever an argument for you're not supposed to use tier 1 decks because tier 1 decks are too broken and you're a filthy abuser, it's not Copper Hunter, I don't think. This is gonna be like Reno Secret Mage, right? Or Reno Quest Mage. So Tavish might not be as guaranteed a Oh, I should have taken the explosive trap. It was important to have that anyway. But I was gonna say the explosive trap isn't as guaranteed because they can just Reno up after. But I should have still taken it. You know.
Of course it's the right way.
When you ice trap the secret, it doesn't tell you which secret it is. It's kind of sad. Ping a kitty. Ping a kitty. Actually, don't ping a kitty. Kill the hyena.
That's right. Feel the groove.
I want get Sun-Fri.
Well, that's kind of neat. Well, it would be if the hyena wasn't already out, I guess. Oh, wait, that counts? That's kind of fun. Got 2 extra cards for free there. I like, it does count, right? Like, all those things, when you play a dormant minion, you draw when you play the Pelican, not when it comes out. Alright. Still funny, though. Nice to get the extra draws there.
By my calculations, you need to chill out.
Hyena, not hyena, the rhino would be really good here, right? Rhino on the bottom? No rhino on the bottom. Unfortunate. There's a rhino. Okay. I guess I'm gonna kill that.
What are you waiting for? Get him.
Because I don't want them bouncing it. I don't want them bouncing it and freezing the whole board again, right?
We're gonna be rich.
Why is this deck called Copper Hunter? It's called Copper Hunter because a player named Copper is a big fan of it and played it a ton for like a year.
Your wish is my suggestion.
If they freeze the whole board again, I think we still have it. When all your friends don't want to go to the lake, do you go alone? That's a tough choice. Is it just like for a day? Like for a few hours? Or is it like you're going to be there a week? I think if it's for a few hours, go by yourself. Get the sun. Okay. I think it was lethal no matter what, right? Oh no, it's not lethal. What am I thinking? Should I get some of these back? I probably should, right? So here. I'll do this. We'll go face. And then I'll get the 2 Leox back with the, with this.
Get him.
Seems good. Use them with the other rhino. Sure.
We're gonna have some fun.
Cool. Looks like we got there.